Oh boy, it's been a while. How do I YouTube again, God? Alright, well, hello and welcome everybody. If you're seeing this, well, no, you will be seeing this because I'm definitely going to be uploading it and making a shot at it. So, I'm back. I'm back!
I'm back.
But anyways, I have decided to return for a little while at least, to see how everything goes. So I'm gonna be first video back. I thought it would be suiting to have it be Divide and Conquer, since the first video I ever uploaded on my channel was also Divide and Conquer. And some of you may remember, in the way back, I actually posted a video with a poll asking what the first video back would be, or sorry, asking what the next faction I should play in Divide and Conquer would be after the Rohan campaign. A little frustrated because I haven't done this in ages, so bear with me. But anyways, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be playing as Erebor. I also have the privilege of playing on an unreleased patch from the Divide and Conquer devs because I'm one of the testers there, and I asked Galu for permission, and he said that I could play to see how things go. So yeah, that's all of the doing. You don't have I will just stress for people, you can't download this version that I'm playing on that says version 5 here unless you go to the Divide and Conquer Discord channel and ask for testing status. But I honestly have no idea if they're even accepting testers right now, so I wouldn't hold your breath. But in any case, I haven't pre-played this campaign at all, so I really have no particular idea what I'm doing. I'm also trying out something completely new with my audio recording. So if things sound a little bit strange, it's because I'm still figuring out for sure what I'm doing with that. But in any case, that's enough of the intro, I think. So I'll just quickly scroll down this, so those of you who want to read it can. And that should do it. Just pause the video at any of those points. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I'm up to, God, I think it's over 3,000 hours in Medieval 2 now, so I've been playing this game for a while. And it's going to take a minute to load because this is my first time loading on the new files. And Divide and Conquer doesn't really load all that fast as well. It's a great mod, but the load times can be pretty brutal. And no, I'm not going to be cutting them out because that's too much work. But anyways, not really much new with me. Attempts to improve my health have been mostly unsuccessful, but are ongoing. I have learned quite a lot, though, so that's good. And, yeah, it's just moving along steadily. Not much to report. Hope everybody has been doing well. 2020 has been a challenging year for everybody, I'm sure. So, hope everybody's doing alright, what with the pandemic and everything. Okay, here we go. It is taking... I probably should have loaded this at least once first, just to generate some of the files and shit, but whatever, who cares. Okay, so this is the little intro blurb, and I'll do Galu a favor and say that you should probably read this because it actually tells you some important information. I'm not going to read it or let you read it myself on this video because if you're playing it, you'll have it. But I will slowly scroll through this so that at any point, just pause if you want to read it. It's just a little essentially flavor blurb explaining the faction. I expect that the early game is going to be very, very challenging because Gundabad, I know from playing as Anduin, Gundabad is quite aggressive, and we start at war with them as well as Rune. But I expect that Dale will do most of the heavy lifting in regards to Rune, because what I've noticed is that Dorwinion these days also does a hell of a job with slowing down Rune. So we've got 16,000 gold pieces, and a bunch of really strong bodyguards, and some unit recruitment. Northman archers, missile life 3. Good armor-piercing dwarves, good mainline infantry dwarves. Start off with the agents, then we'll get them. Obviously, the first building we're going to be producing is a no-brainer. If I could find it. Here we go. Although, you know, that's actually not as amazing as I was hoping it would be. But that's still an additional almost 700 gold pieces, so. How about KryPtik? Yep, same thing here. Chuck the mines in. Because we are in, I'm pretty sure we're in a surplus already. Yeah. Barely. If I take all of these boys out, we will no longer be. But I don't need to. I can just take what I've got. So, starting bodyguards. Holy fuck, that's a lot of mercenaries. Starting bodyguards here. Gimli's got Axe Guard. Obviously, with the Dwarven redesign, Erebor is now basically the infantry faction. They don't really have any ranged units, or very, very few ranged units anyways. Those are... that's the basic... Yeah, that's the default bodyguard for Gloin. And then we've got...
My king.
I thought so, Sons of the Fallen. So he's going to be important. And we're going to stick all of these boys in the same stack. And I'm probably losing money now. Yeah, barely losing money because I'm not getting his bonus in the city anymore. We go here, chuck a tower in, and hire these mercs.
Setting a vigilant watch here.
I don't really want any of the... the hunters are alright, I guess. But the spearmen are garbage, and these guys are just not worth the upkeep. So, that will do there. And then... KryPtik, unfortunately, I think Thorin just has a default bodyguard. Yeah. So you know what I'm actually going to do is Pipe Hall first, because it only costs 2 turns, and then that will get him upkeep as well, and it'll allow me recruitment of the 2 units that can be recruited there too. Alrighty, so yeah, that will be turn 1. And this is a totally fresh install, so I would expect that the turn times will shoot past pretty quickly. I'm going to take full advantage of the AI's stupidity in regards to diplomacy in order to help float my early game economy even more than it already is. Oh wow, looks like they actually had Gundabad auto-expand all the way up to... Jeez, that's crazy. I might need that trash after all. I can tell by the borders, if you look just above where Dane currently is, it's turned white and red, which is Gundabad's colors. I suppose that does make sense, because the dwarves are beasts. I know it might be a bit of a stomp fest otherwise. I wonder if they also buffed Rune, because if they massively buffed Rune due to the fact that I'm playing as the dwarves, then Dale might not actually be able to hold them as well as I was hoping they'd be able to. Like, I don't intend on taking any of the rebel provinces around KryPtik. I'm just going to let Dale have all of them, which hopefully will quite substantially help them. If they take forever in doing it and I have the units laying around, I'll probably move east to get Skarn, I think it's called. The castle that's just east of KryPtik, but I don't remember if that's actually its name or not. But in any case, I think the turn times are going about as fast as they can be. My computer doesn't run this game that great because I don't have a very fantastic CPU. I do have an upgraded graphics card, so on that front, everything should be a bit prettier than the last time I was recording, and I'm fully recording in 1080p 60 frames per second now, so that's nice. So we've got 1 mountain guard here. Those guys will get their asses kicked by armor piercing. And then Witherboard is just a fucking... it's just a town. So I'm going to focus all of my effort on Anazanar for now, I think. Oh, it appears that I've already lost my ability to get the trash. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, we're just going to go right to Anazanar. Take that out. You know, I don't need all of them to go up there, though. What's the stats on these boys? They've got 18, 27, but 13 of it is armor. The 18 attack does worry me a bit, though. That's a little bit spooky. So these guys will get wrecked. I think... These guys are AP, so they might be able to trade decently, and Gloin would also get wrecked. So what I'm thinking is, I'll probably send Gimli in the cavalry, and I think that will be sufficient to deal with that. And then Down here, we've got another standard general. Yeah, so we'll just send everything else against him and swarm him to death. And hopefully that'll be enough to do that. Okay, Dale. Oh, I didn't realize I started with a diplomat. That was stupid of me. Alright, go to the Woodland Realm. Let's make sure the elves aren't too pissed off at us.
Something to investigate.
I want eyes on Rune.
Stopping here.
I need to know what's happening down here so that if they start to
this day.
encroach, I've got ample warning.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Okay, I'll give you my map info for fucking 300, I guess. A single, 2 provinces. Yeah,
You
barely.
hold us at ransom, and you know this.
Yes,
Another
yes, I do
proposition
know
for
this.
us,
I won't be
then?
able to do that once my karma starts going down for what I'm about to do.
How could another
And
proposition?
cancel.
You obviously
The only
care
thing that
not
does is
how
it hurts
you
your
treat
reputation,
us.
which
Well,
then
that
makes
seemed
further
fruitful.
diplomatic
Farewell.
proposals more difficult.
Aye, sir.
But apart from that,
These
oh hey, that's I know them. That's Chlamydia de Profundis, I think.
What is it you wish to discuss?
That's cool.
It's good to see. Very well. What else?
You know, in future videos, I might have to put on the.
I must say, we are not convinced.
Probably
Another
should've
proposition
seen
for
that
us,
coming.
then?
But anyways, I'll have to yeah, for videos after this one, I'm gonna have to use the copyright-free pack that Gatling compiled, which I should have laying around. I just wanted to get this video done while I'm interested in doing it now.
I accept this one.
So,
Another proposition. We're
250
happy to
maybe?
listen.
250. There we go.
You hold us at
That's my
ransom,
new floor.
And you have further proposals.
And that's gonna take me down
You
to
obviously care
untrustworthy.
not. Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell.
Of course, sir.
Okay.
I'll continue tomorrow, sir.
Gonna have to be very careful with the audio balancing because if I mess it up, then you won't be able to hear me over the frickin' chanting people in the background. But that's why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it, because that way I can fiddle with it externally without having to have it be all or nothing inside of the inside of OBS, which I'm using to record. So, okay. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that Gundabad is going to be a serious problem, and so basically I just want to blitz them as quickly as I can. I want to produce all the units that I can to just go after Gundabad hard. Now, I've got to be careful not to go too crazy on them, because if I do, they'll spawn their last stand army. So I basically want to stall out at the provinces to the east. I want to get up to Dane's Halls and the village below that and just leave that. Because if they go below 3, that's their last stand army. I'll still have to deal with them producing everything they're going to be producing, but I need at least a 3/4 of a stack in order to deal with their last stand script. Just talking about reclaiming all of the ancient halls of the dwarves, which is Erebor's script. Send emissary into Unveil, I can do that. So, yeah, Dwarven grudges. Long have the dwarves been at war with the forces of evil, fighting hordes of goblins from the Misty Mountains, legions of Uruks from Gundabad, and the Bane of Durin in Khazad-dûm, and the dragons in the Grey Mountains. Our ancient homes of Khazad-dûm, Dane's Halls, Erebor, and Gundabad were lost to our enemies, and we must take them back. Sorry, I'm not going to read this whole thing because that's going to take too long. But the gist of it is, take back everything. Like, just take it back. It's ours. It belongs to us. You can see the specifics of it down here. Grudges. If the ancestral dwarven homes are not controlled by any of the dwarven kingdoms, their leaders will suffer penalties until those settlements are under dwarven control. So I would assume that that means King Dine, as I think it's technically supposed to be pronounced. But everybody calls him Dane. He should have some kind of a malice right now. Yeah, grudges. -1 troop morale. I mean, that's so negligible. That's practically freaking nothing. Alright, cavalry up to here. Siege. And Gimli to here. Siege. Dane, you're gonna go and grab this.
We march to battle.
You know what? I should have I shouldn't have moved him up there because then I would have been able to besiege that this turn. I'm actually rather tempted just to reset him so I can just get the siege going this turn. And I am going to because...
Leading the men with honor, sire.
It would have been very easy. All I had to do was move like one tile down and I would have been able to lay the siege this turn. So, call me a cheater if you want. It's such a minor thing. The battle's going to go the same way either way. All I'm doing is just making it less painful for me. By turn 3, that didn't take too long. So I've seen it sometimes go up to like turn 8 for them too, but not so much on the beta patch. All right, so we've got that coming in. I can't get any more of them. Woodland, Anduin Vale rather. You're going to there. Although, you know, I kind of wonder, that's 3 turns. But I guess that's the elves and the Anduin don't have anything up here, so yeah.
Yes, sire. I must stop here, sire.
Yeah, I just got done with the Anduin campaign, testing up the new stuff that they're...
Of course, sire.
Releasing. And I got a good way in, but I got to the point where I effectively destroyed all of the 3 factions surrounding me, and I just kind of got bored, and I didn't want to keep playing. I had one really freaking annoying battle that I just didn't want to fight, and that was the end of it. Alright, so we're out of money. We're technically losing money, but only a little bit. If I bump the taxes here just ever so slightly. Let's see. That gives me another 100, which should keep me in the black for now. As soon as those mines come in, we'll be in ship shape. And plus, we're about to get an Azanar this turn and Witherboard next turn. And that's a dwarven settlement, so it doesn't actually have walls. So I basically just need to hit him with all of the javelins as I can, and then swarm him with the bodyguards, I think. Actually, I wonder if these guys wouldn't do better, because they're armor piercing. Dwarven laborers are most ridiculous freaking militia in this game, man. They will beat any militia one-on-one, even elven militia. The only militia that would beat them would be, like, maybe something that has ranged weapons, but I think the only ranged militia is, like, the Snaga. So, and Snaga, even with their javelins, even with the 3 rounds of javelins they have, Snaga are not beating Dwarven laborers. But it does kind of make me wonder about some of Dol Guldur forces, because they've got some pretty sneaky tactics they use. Enidwaith's Javelineers could probably do some serious damage to them. So yeah, this is a trick that any of you who play a lot of the game will know. This allows me to bypass completely the enemy garrison that they get from this, because fuck that. And the reason they think they can win is because they're attacking him, but they don't realize that Gimli can come in to support. So that's going to be my chief tool. Kazad, of course. The dwarves are upon you.
Stand true! Stand victorious!
Stand true! Stand victorious! But anyways, enough of that. So, yeah, basically we're just going to chuck Gimli at him and then charge the back. Continued rear charges to soften them up.
Units,
The Dale Cavalry is not going to do a whole lot, but it will do something, and that'll make it easier for Gimli to kill him. So yeah, Gimli's coming in from over here. You actually have to be really careful when doing this, though. Certain settlements do not like doing this. Oh yeah, the Axguard are actually ranged units, aren't they? That's right. Oh dear. I may have. I hope that that the throwing axe fix works irregardless of where you have the game installed now, because I don't have it installed in the default location, because the default location is not on my solid state drive, and my solid state drive, it helps the load times, so I guess we will see what happens. I could just not throw axes, I suppose, but that would be sacrificing quite a big part of my tactical advantage here, because those axes are not playing around. I totally forgot these guys were axe throwers. Spread you out a little more. Yes, that's perfect. Hit him. Alright, yeah, the axes are working good. Man, those axes do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage! Where's the flex tape when you need it? Okay. Come on, lads. What are you doing? There you frickin' go.
Only
Cut
half the
those
enemy force
bastards
remains.
down. Slaughter them all, I say. Let the gods sort them out. You can't run forever. Alright. You wanna play this shit? This stupid AI with its ineptitude is so frustrating. It wants the cavalry because it knows it can hurt the cavalry. Charge them! Do this, whatever it is. Horn hubbub, indeed.
The battle is very much in our favor.
And a rear charge
if we remain
should
true and
end
steadfast,
that.
victory will be
Boink.
ours.
Even with the Dale Cavalry's crappy stats, they've got a 7 charge. So I think the way that works is that on the charge, they technically deal 12 damage. But I might be wrong. But the thing about that is when you're taking a hit from the back, it completely bypasses your defense skill, and I think it employs a significant malice onto your armor as well. So it doesn't matter how terrible your cavalry is. You can charge Rohan scouts into the back of an elite unit, and it will do damage. It's just the general left. It'll be like 2 casualties. Fairly acceptable.
In awe of the victory we have won here today.
0 casualties, even. The axe throwers helped with that. If those guys didn't throw axes, that would have been... I mean, I would have taken a few hits. Just no two ways about it. But yeah. Okay. 1 settlement down. That should get me even more back into the black so I can put Erebor back down on low taxes. And, that in order to keep the growth at maximum. And then Dane is going to take the next town. And then... I guess I should probably push straight on to get Dane's Halls as quickly as I can, because I can use Dane's Halls as a focus point to keep them on that instead of coming after the weakly defended stuff behind. I can put all my unique gens in there and just wreck them time and time again. That dude has an arrow in his shoulder through plate armor. That must suck. I wouldn't like that. With the penetration that's achieved, that means that anytime you're moving your rotational cuff, you're feeling that.
Sire.
That wouldn't be great. I wouldn't be about that. Oh, I should have left the freaking militia up there. I'm stupid. Alright, well anyway. I'll get his income for at least a turn.
Aye, my liege.
I need those mercs. I actually really do need those mercs now. But there are none. See, I can chuck Gimli in there, but this guy will kill... He's got freaking Mountain Guard. Or Bulge Champion, sorry. Has this got anything actually built in it? No, they
Joining our forces.
Alright, well, let's leave that for now. And march Gimli back over here to pick up some trash. If it will let me. I guess Dale must have bought them. Didn't take very long. I'll give them that. They were quick about it. But I have my own trash that I can march up here to assist. But in the meantime, we'll take that. Northman archers. And the mines will be finishing in 3 turns, so that's all good. Boink, boink. The thing that's good about this... Oh, are they going to get a garrison here?
Leading the men with honor,
no.
sire.
Okay, cool. So the thing that's good about this is these are decent generals that I'm killing. Like in terms of command stars. I know the AI gets bonuses, regardless of what you do, but it's still good to kill generals whenever you can find them. Okay.
The time's come, lads. To battle.
So this should be relatively straightforward. Basically just line up with... who should I use? Kind of feel like using Loin against the regular ones. Or King Dane. But I'm just wondering if they're going to make it difficult for me. Okay, door in the settlement. Get the ram out of here. So, if I come in... Yeah, I think this is going to make the most sense to come in right here. I'd really like to get these javelins off. against the regular guys. So they won't do jack shit to the mountain guard, but the normal guys will not like those javelins so much. So we're going to try and avoid using the militia, I've decided. Because bodyguards regenerate, militia don't. So I think I'm just going to run... Oh, that worked. It's going to run to there. And I'm going to try to get a couple of volleys off. And then when they come to chase me down, which they will, I will run back out and try to draw them into Gloin. And then go for a... draw them into Dane and go for a flank with Gloin. That's the plan. See whether it works or not. I'm gonna have to get to here to throw. Yep. Alright, hit them. Keep throwing. I don't care if these guys take losses.
Our men are winning the
Oh,
battle.
that was a thing of beauty. I fucking love it.
We will smash the enemy.
Usually your units are not at all cooperative with trying to do that. Ah, to hell with it. Let's send one of these boys around. It's just militia. All I need is a blacksmith to get them. They're not too hard to get hold of. I think I lost 2 men there. Or no, more than that. 1, 2, 3. I lost 3. Alright, Gloin. The plan is, you're going to engage them. Get them away and out of position. Gloin himself needs to be like that. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, I'm totally going to get copy striked on this. AI hates it when you use these tracks. Alright, yeah, that's good. Send the mountain guard. Now, those mountain guard are going to whoop my butt, I expect. But I've got
our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I'm not really that concerned about the Snow Elk Raiders, good as they are, because I've got armor piercing on my side. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh, you didn't get the charge
enemy
in.
are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
There we go. Oh yeah, that went about as I figured it would. Cut them in half. Cost me 1 unit of the militia, but honestly, I think I'd rather take losses on the militia now than King Dane, because King Dane is going to be very consequential in victory in later battles. Like, having his unit at full strength will be a big boon against some of these forces that are probably going to get thrown at me. See, the problem is with these damn settlements, they're totally not defensible. Like Dane's Halls, for example, not defensible. It's got a ramp, which is great for ranged units, but we don't have any damn ranged units.
The enemy general lies dead.
We don't have any towers to help us. Unless they've changed it, I don't believe we have any towers to help us or anything like that. So,
be in awe of the victory we have won here today.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what comes of it. It's going to be very interesting. I've never actually played an Erebor campaign to completion before. The last time I played, I basically got caught up in a practically never-ending war with Rune because Dale and Dorwinian totally dropped the ball. They were dead within like 20 to 30 turns. So, now that it's more balanced, I'm more interested in trying it. Oh. Well, everything's going smoothly so far. Hope. This is my first time actually trying actually trying the recording itself out. I've done some tests, but this is my first time going for a longer period of time, coming up on 30 minutes here. So, hopefully there's no stuttering or blips or anything like that, but if there is, I'm sure I will notice it, and if I don't, I'm sure you guys will.
A proud victory.
So we'll just occupy. This is dwarven culture. That's shit. Okay, Stoneworkers Hall it is. Although, actually, having said that, Pipe Hall first, then Stoneworkers. Because, oh, actually, you know what? What's a blacksmith? What do I need for a blacksmith again? I think I need the pig farm for a blacksmith. Oh, wow. Somebody zipped by on a motorbike is what I assume that was. Requires pig farm. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna have to use No. Yeah. Masons. Gotta get the Masons in as quickly as you can. Because they save you so much money in the long run. Now, what I'm hoping for here... The AI is notoriously bad at taking back settlements if those settlements don't have a garrison in it. For some reason, they're totally stupid. I've seen it so many times where I abandon a settlement and they just leave it alone. Because there's no units in there anymore. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen here. And then I can chuck this wounded militia into a Nazanar. That's the goal. I'm going to put him there. 3 turns still mines. Cavalry's about to come in. I am barely making money. Just barely. Because of the fact that I own these. But once I lose a Nazanar. If that happens this turn, then basically I'm going to have to send this whole army up here to deal with that. And I'm hoping that that will be the worst of it, basically. Rakyaburg. We've got some random snowworks, some scouts. Those guys are actually pretty scary. As you can see by their stats, snowworks are basically like Gondorian quality. They're pretty much the best orc faction in the game, and everybody always bemoans that Isengard should be the best, even though that's an invention of the films. So... kind of an interesting take on it. I definitely have to do a Gundabad playthrough at some point as well. I've been meaning to for a while. I just haven't got around to it. Oh, I forgot how much recording videos can parch your throat. I'm not used to talking this much. Whew. So yeah, as stated in the intro video, my return video. They're gonna be clever. As stated in my return video, I'm going to try to stick to the schedule as much as I can. Probably not perfectly. I may go off schedule from time to time if I want to record something else, but I'm gonna be doing mixed content, not really gonna be doing any DAC content. So just want to reiterate that in case people have come to this video and missed the intro. If you're here for a DAC mod, you, not to be harsh, but you really might as well just unsubscribe, because I'm pretty much done with Biff Me doing a DAC mod for the future, for the future time for a while. So. Okay, so that's gonna be 750 from that at least. What are we leaving here? I guess we'll leave the wounded militia there instead.
Marching now. Aye, Lord.
Yep, that's all good.
Aye, noble son.
So, do I want to get them in a field battle? I'm really afraid of these Bogues champions. I'm not really too concerned about everything else because I have so much armor piercing in this force. But I think I might want to just go ahead and exhaust the reserves, as it were. Get my single archer up here. So I think we're gonna just hang out here and try to bait out a small amount of their army by standing in their territory. Kill that in the field, and then go and siege a Nazanar, take it back quick, and then move north to Dane's Halls. That's the plan. We'll see whether it works or not. Sometimes the AI is clever, sometimes they're really, 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 really stupid. So we will see whether it's the former or the latter in this case. Anything of note here? Don't think so. Yeah, that's all good. Alright, diplomats. Never forget your diplomats, folks. Very important. 750.
But oh, there is something else you wish to propose.
It built something, that's why it only went up by 100. Give me 250. 250 gold coins for my map information.
It's good to see we could reach an agreement.
Oh, that's right, I took another place, so actually I could probably get 350 to 400 now. But it doesn't matter. 1,000. Or 800 for 10.
I accept this. You have another worthy proposal then. I do not believe
Didn't think
you
that would
have
work.
further proposals.
The AI, I'm pretty sure the AI is hard-coded to automatically refuse any diplomacy requests that ask for an alliance within the first, like, 10 to 15 turns. Because I have, from time to time, actually offered, like, cities for an alliance early in the game, and it doesn't happen. They just don't do it, so, yeah. So I can have 3 here. So that 1 extra is going to have to move out. And then we'll get the Ironmongers to get some militia garrison. I'm actually tempted to move both those armor piercing out and I'm going to.
Aye, King.
Cost me a little bit of money, but that's okay.
Aye. Forward. We've marched our limit.
Get them to the front, because armor piercing is amazing, especially against Gundabad, who are heavily armored. They themselves are pretty good at piercing armor too, and I'm heavily armored, so I'm gonna have to be careful.
Aye, sire.
Anyways, there's another turn gone. I think we're in a slight negative right now in terms of money, but I think next turn the mines will be finished. So not like at the end of next turn the mines will be finished. So technically 2 turns. Whew. I think the final, probably the final big thing for this episode is going to be killing that army. Oh yeah, and they were stupid and brought it up. All right, cool. They can smash that in the field, and then move up and take back an Azanar quickly. And Bob's your uncle, as the British say. Send emissary Dol Guldur. Why would I fucking go all the way back there? That would completely get rid of all my forward progress.
Lord?
They've got a settlement like down here, don't they? It might be Rebel. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, no. They've got Osengyle. I knew they did. Going there. Because then I'm closer towards the elves and everything else that I need to talk to.
Awaiting your command.
Now, if I can get a ceasefire with Rune, that would be some memes right there. That would be pretty fantastic if I could pull that off. I'm gonna go to there and see what there is to see. I don't know how far Rune will have expanded. Sometimes they go pretty slow these days. Bye. Move it on.
On my
Forward with you now, laddie.
Continuing tomorrow, sir.
I need evidence and intelligence of what they're up to in the east. So, if I move him to him and attack, they're going to retreat. Then would I have enough movement after they retreat to get to them?
Aye, my liege. I'm gonna stick you.
They've got the Bolg champions with them. Those are armor-piercing pikes. I can hit the armor-piercing pikes with Gimli and the Rovanian hunters. I'm gonna chance it.
Aye, sire. We must.
Oh, they didn't retreat, you freaking morons! Well, this is gonna be trivial. Front line of non-armor piercing stuff and Gloin, and hit them in the back with the cavalry. Take out those archers.
Attack.
The biggest problem is going to be dealing with those damn pikes. I have to hit them with Gimli and with the Rovanian hunters to soften them up. Gimli especially is going to really do damage with those axe throwers, because they do crazy damage. They do like huge individual range damage, and it's also armor piercing, so it just melts everything. Alright, so we've got 1 unit of archers. We've got 2 units of cavalry, which is nice. So our front line is going to be comprised of these boys. It could be 2, actually. Yeah. These guys will be 3, and you guys are going to be after the flanks, probably. I would like to engage the Bolg's champions with my militia, because I don't care if the militia die. And then, plus they'll be softened up from the axes if everything goes okay. So, do not throw your axes at will. Archers, another nice little hill right here we'll make use of. And then these 2 are going to just chill out like this. Loin lad. Alright, let's see. What are they going to do? They going to retreat? Yeah, they are. So they're going to go to here. So I have to swing around way left. Yeah. Just for those of you who don't know how to do that, you can press Control A's to select all of your units, and then you can press G, and if you do it that way, they will hold to their formation whenever you move them around. That's how I've learned to do it anyways. I don't know if that changes if you're playing with minimal UI. I don't personally care for the minimal UI. I like to have everything in the same location on the bottom of the screen so that I know what I'm looking at. And also the minimal UI gets rid of this. And I use this freaking obsessively to know how many units I have left and know how many units the enemy has. So, but anyways, oh, you know what I completely realized I forgot to move was my damn cavalry. But that's okay, I'll move them once I'm done getting in position. I'm going to come at them from this angle, because that will get rid of the worst of their hill advantage, basically. AI's clever enough to move to a hill, but they're not clever enough to prevent themselves from being outmaneuvered, unfortunately. There's only so much that you can code into it. Gotta be careful not to run as the dwarves, because your stamina, they have increased stamina, but it does not make up for the badly reduced speed. So you just end up exhausting yourself. Oh, we are getting shot, actually. Back up a little bit. Oh, you know, actually, that gives me an idea. Let's see. Okay, archers here. I'm going to poke the bear. Determ it, like some people do. 2, 3. Not in a group, and not in a group, and not in a group. 1. The only thing about that is once you've told them to group like that, you have to tell units that you've told to line up to line back up again in order for their formations to work appropriately. Because they'll be kind of messed up otherwise. Oh, and I got to 0.1 button speed by clicking shift and on one of these buttons. So you can incrementally increase it by 0.1. I think I've talked about that in my Rohan playthrough, but I mean, there might be some people here who weren't interested in the Rohan playthrough, so. Alright, so that's the archers. So you guys are gonna go in front. Like so. No, I actually don't know which side would be better to put Dane on, because I want him to catch more of the enemy. But, it's impossible to predict what they'll do with their army, so. Okay, and then these guys are getting fucked up. You go here. Oh, did I not? I thought I selected both of you. There we go. Let's provoke them. Unfortunately, they moved their both champions in. Oh, and they placed their frickin' stakes. So the team enabled that little beauty of a feature, did they? Well, I'm glad that happened now on a battle of relatively minor importance. Oh, that's stupid. Why did they turn that back on? That's the worst thing. Oh my god. That's pretty funny. Okay, Snow Spears coming in. Where are those fucking pikes at? I do not want to deal with them at all. Get ready. Much rests upon your capable shoulders, my bearded friends. Hit them. And give me time to be able to reach them.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Gotta remember to slow it back down after you sped it up. Alright. Cavalry swing around. Cavalry swing around. We've got to mash those archers. We've got to mash them and bash them and squash them. Yeah, that'll go. That'll be easy. Iron Hills Muttox. Swing around. And then these guys are in reserve. Gimli, hit those pikes. I guess they might be halberds, but either way, they're armor piercing. They've got poke animations. I'm not about that life. Hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them. Oh, you know what? I don't care. Hit him. Oh yeah, that's cutting them down. Oh, has it ever? Their number's been cut in half. But this is going pretty well. So the stakes are all the way back here. So that's not too bad. Oh, also, I should mention, this video was recorded 2 weeks before I even... 2 weeks before, basically, I'm uploading it. I'm recording this on Friday the 16th, and it's going up on the 25th. So, just to let you know, I won't have seen comments or anything on the video announcing that I'm coming back. So, sorry about that. But I'm getting a bit of a stockpile built of my various things that I want to report. Okay, glowing.
Only half
I want you
the
to
enemy
catch these
force remains.
spears. Horn hubbub. Horn hubbub for all. That should be the archers done. I expect they'll rub from this. Snorks, they've got good morale, but not good enough for that. Like, this army doesn't even have a general, so. Gimli. Oh, wow. Gimli's still got a lot of missiles. Hit them. Oh, that was a happy accident. Go catch them. That's actually probably a bad idea. Horn hubbub! What are you doing? I didn't freaking tell you to do that at all. Probably should have saved Gimli's missiles in hindsight, but whatever. Still got these guys. I told you to go and capture them, not get freaking caught on the pikes, you inept fools. Okay. Didn't actually really end up needing the Iron Hills Maddox at all, which is cool. Although they took a few volleys from the enemy archers, so that will have softened them up a bit, unfortunately. They really want those cavalry. I'll hand it to them. They're being smart enough to actually try to utilize the units that can kill cavalry to kill my cavalry. But it's not going to make a difference. This battle is over. Hit them. Come on, lads. Give them a volley. Thing of beauty, that was. One more. One more. Wasn't really enough. Charge 'em! Mattock their faces with your mattocks!
Dead. Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Miserable bones indeed. Stupid little bitches. Now's the time! Cavalry, don't let them get away. Slaughter them all to the last orc. These guys should rout in a second. Same with him. Gimli, come and join your other two-handed axe-wielding brethren. Alright, other cavalry after them. Dane, get back. Speed it up.
Look how our cowardly
Continue.
foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
It is time to press the attack. We can't let those bulk champions get away. Those are a starting unit, and they've got to go. I'm glad to have cleaned them up this early, honestly. Come on, there's a few left.
should be in awe of the victory we have won
Two of
here
them got
today.
away. That's okay. Oh, I didn't even see. I just pressed enter to deselect. But I was gonna actually look at the stats for that battle. I don't usually look at the stats for battles anymore, just because I don't care. But when it's major ones for you guys, I will try to, from time to time, on the larger scale battles, I'll try to have a look. Okay, next meme. And by next meme, I mean next city. So as before, I'm going to be keeping these Medieval 2 videos to be an hour in length, because I think that's the best length for getting stuff done in Medieval 2. It is a fairly long-term game, but not as long-term as some of the other games I plan on playing, which will also be an hour in length. Execute. I would normally ransom, but I can't have them going back to an Azenar. And I'm pretty sure that Gundabad actually does have enough money to afford a ransom right now. So we just can't risk it, I'm afraid.
Onward! Closing in the enemy. Besieging settlements.
Just the unit of raiders already.
Sire.
No
My
problem.
king.
Okay, let's do this smart. If you're ever unsure whether or not you can besiege a place, send the cavalry first to besiege it, and then merge the army with them. And then the siege is ongoing because of it, as you can see. It looks kind of weird, but he is actually sieging. I promise. I promise you, my friends. This guy is gonna cause problems.
I'm gonna stick you. Have a taste of my blood.
Gundabad, listen. It's time to stop, okay? Alright, well anyways, we'll take that. What does he actually got besides himself? I want to know what these are. Because if this is all melee, I can just leave a few units behind. But if he's got archers, then we've got trouble. Well, I mean, there's nothing for it. We've got to just end the turn. Mine should be finishing this turn. Yeah, so that's going to be all of that additional money. And then 2 turns from now, they'll finish as well, which is all of that additional money. And then I'm going to focus definitely in Erebor on getting the Masons guilds up, because that'll reduce the building time of the next tier of mines. And also the barracks. Kirkathal, I think I'm going to chuck in a blacksmith to get some militia. And get the militia garrison in. And then... I don't really know. Honestly, I'm a little bit out of my depth in regards to Erebor. I'm not a dwarven player, really. I don't usually go for this kind of playstyle that the dwarves entail. I much prefer factions like Dale, factions like Enid White, factions like Enid Anduin, which have reliable archers. I don't care for the elves. The replenishment times on elven troops are too long for my liking. I can do it, it's just boring. It's a lot of sitting around in the cities waiting to be able to do stuff. The high elves are fun, though. If I was going to play an elven faction, I'd definitely play high elves. Lorien is an automatic no-no for me. I've never really tried Woodland Realm. I should probably give them a go at some point. But I like to actually have troop replenishment. Like, I like to play the game. I don't like to sit around waiting to play the game. So, it's for that reason that I don't play the elves. Plus, once you do get units on the field, the game is just over, because they're so powerful. So I expect I can win this by just killing them with ranged attacks.
For the moment the fortune of battle goes our way.
Oh, look at that. All
Let's
the
pray
ranged
it
units, the
remains
first
as
ones
such.
that got in. We'll go to this. Yes, this will serve nicely. So the archers don't run away. Go to there. Javelineers right behind, or in front of them, I should say. Yes, and then King Dane and Cloyne will be our front line. Cavalry in the back. Everybody else further in the back. Oh, they're actually coming from that. Hold on. Let me see if I can go and rope-a-dope them. Yes, this way, please. Ah, he's gonna be clever. That's alright. That's okay.
The enemy, our men are winning the battle. If we
Should've kept my
continue like
calves
this,
here.
good tidings. Look how our cowardly
Didn't
foe
make a difference
runs.
in the end.
It is time to press the attack.
Gotta watch that friendly fire. Alright, stop shooting.
Be in awe of the
Oh, yeah, just killed
victory
him.
we have won here today.
2 men! Sounds good to me. Let's see what they do. I don't know if they're going to want to try and go after an Azanar, or if they place a higher value on just going after whatever's closest to them, in which case the town to the south. Whew, gotta go make some supper. Supper! And lots of it. I kind of combined a Pippin and a Dwalin quote there. I feel a little dirty.
Ah, it's useless. Run for it. Well,
What are you talking
done,
about?
lads.
We just
We've
won.
won.
What are you doing, buddy? I'm watching you. What are you doing? Where are you going? I'm at. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna crash there. I got spooked. I got a little scared. I got properly
My king.
thrilled. All right, and we're back.
Onward.
We're back nicely
That'll
into the
do
money
it
again,
today, sire.
with the retaking of an Azanar combined with the mines.
My lord.
So you hop in there, militia and an
Fighting
Azanar to be enough.
onward.
All right, cancel that. Militia and Azanar,
My
not
king.
enough. God
Erebor.
damn, they build quickly.
Aye, my
But
liege.
that'll get glowing free upkeep, so that's something. Ah, but damn. I really wasn't expecting it to hate us as much, like with that much dwarven culture. If I leave behind my militia,
Aye. Forward.
even that, wow. Alrighty,
Your needs.
I'm just gonna reset
Bringing
Dane
the men
because
together, sire.
I was figuring out
Aye, my liege.
what I'd have to do.
Honor.
That's insane. Why does that hate me so much? It's got 35% dwarven culture combined with my faction error, and it's still only at 70%. That's wacky. Oh, the mines here are pretty good. All right. Well, anyways,
My
have
king.
fun with the riding orcs, Gimli. The rest of you.
Have a taste of my blade.
Oh, okay. That's actually a terrible army. And Hazolik himself has he's got the Black Shield Archers. That's right, he's a unique gen. So yeah, I've got to prioritize killing him. So I'll deal with that.
Aye, my
I could send
liege.
Gloin to build
My
a tower
king.
over here.
In your name, sire.
Their faction
Aye.
leader's coming.
I'm gonna stick you.
Mazog. 1v1 with Gimli is gonna lose terribly.
Aye, noble sire.
I expect he'll probably
March
attack
it.
Have
Gloin,
a
but that's
taste of
okay.
my blade.
My king. We
Gimli
march
can
to
take
glory.
him, no problem. So we're gonna have to move them south. Okay, but I think that's gonna do it for this episode. So let me just do the last bits and bobs here. Erebor. I could get some ironmongers there. Yeah, chuck in the ironmongers first. We'll do the same thing at Kirkathal. Chuck in the militia, and then get the building reduction after that. Okay, and then we've got the
Hello?
diplomats. Have we got a new diplomatic mission? Yes, Dol Guldur. Dol
Of course,
Guldur.
sir. Yes, sire. Aye, sire. I am a king.
Something to investigate. They shall not
Okay, that's
slew,
still rebel.
sire.
I imagine they've
Continue
probably taken this by
tomorrow,
now.
sire.
Aye, my lord.
You know what?
Yes, sire.
We're gonna go this way, because this gets me to Dorminion first. And then I can go here to get to Rune. This is the town of... I think this is the last, if I recall correctly. Haven't played in the East in a while. But yeah, that's gonna close us out for today. So, it's gonna be interesting seeing what the future holds for the channel. Hopefully you all get a kick out of watching me play through the various things I'm gonna play through, and if we don't see crazy stagnation, I'll keep it going. The link to my revised Patreon is in the description if you feel like going and having a look. And apart from that, that is going to close us out for today. So thanks so much for watching. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And as always, stay awesome.